So, hello students, welcome back to the second session of the AutoCAD 2022. So, my name is Naveen Rana and I will be your course mentor for this particular course. So, in the first session, we had already discussed, this is my brief profile. This is the list of students who can be benefited from this particular course. Although it is not limited to only these students, but we have already covered this in detail in the last session. So I will be giving you a recap of the last session so that because I'm hoping that everybody has covered these 4 steps and everybody is comfortable with the software user interface. All right. So in the last session, I already told you how you can create an Autodesk account that is free of cost. And by creating the Autodesk account, you can download the AutoCAD 2020-22 both for the Mac and for the Windows. So I will be teaching you in the keeping in consideration both the Mac interface and Windows interface. All right. So we have already covered in the last session. Just a quick recap. This is our graphic user interface. Firstly, when you open the first, when you get the, this is your first screen when you open the software. This is for the Windows user interface. All right. And this is the a different screen if you are using the AutoCAD Electrical or any specific AutoCAD versions with a specific tool set. All right. This is for the Mac user. Earlier one is for the Windows user. This is for the Mac user, how you see on screen. For example, like this is already open software. So let me close it for you and let me reopen this for you. So when you first, as you can see, first click on the Autodesk. So this is how your screen will appear. All right. And then continue, you can start working on the file and you will see this screen. Okay. All right. So I hope you have understood this one as well. So this is the graphic user interface for the Windows user. This is how your screen and your drawing area and all these things, your toolbar, your quick access toolbar, your view cube, we've already discussed in the last session. These are the various area which you need to know, because in order to locate your tool, you know at which location your tool lies. All right. So we have already covered all these parts in the last session. So if you haven't watched the last session, you can go to the last session and firstly cover that session. All right. Control line for the command window part. In order, sometimes in the last session I already told that sometime your command window accidentally you turn off. So for the Windows user, you can directly press control line and this command window will reappear for you. All right. For the Mac user, for example, I will go to the software. Give me 1 second. Let me share my screen again. All right. So I hope you can see my screen now. All right. Okay. So as I told you, for the Windows user, this is how your command window looks like, and for the Mac user, this is how your command window will look like. So if accidentally your command window turned off or has been hidden, so you can directly press control 9 in case of window and command 3 in case of Mac user. So I press command 3 and the just look at here, the command window will reappear. Type a command, you can see. All right, command 3 and again turn it by command 3. Okay. So yeah, this is in the context command window. So we have already discussed this one. Now I think my screen is also not getting sharing. Just give me 1 second. So I hope my screen is visible now. So now we will move on to the next part. That is, we will try to cover the unit part, drawing limit, navigation tool, some shortcut key, some function key, and finally the coordinate system. All right. So I will start with the units. So because units are very important, because whenever you are setting a drawing or you are in the first step of drawing a drawing, then you need to set the units. All right, because if your dimension are in you cannot go for the inch unit system or feet unit system. All right, so for the Windows user, the shortcut key for the unit is just type un and you will get the units command. All right, for the Windows user it appears like this. Appear like this. When you type un, you will get the units, and then you can move on to this section. Okay, so I will go to the first slide, and then I will explain you. And you can find the units in the application bar and drawing utilities, and then finally units. Same, this is a shortcut, this is the conventional method. Okay, so when you first go to the units, and this is the second method, conventional method, go to the application, drawing utilities and units. Okay, then this is through the shortcut method. Just type un, you will get the units. Okay, then you will get this window. Okay, so here you can see different options. So according to your requirement, you can choose the length type, the angle type, and the basically scale. All right, the millimeter, or whatsoever. All right, so in the length type you will get different options, like you will get architecture, engineering, fractional. So depending upon your type of drawing or scientific, okay, you can choose among this. And the values which you will see, precision up to what decimal point you are looking for the precision. Same in the angle, you will get degree angle, radian, and samely as the precision value up to 0.00, depending upon your precision requirement. Okay, then you can choose in between the different options available here. Okay, so let me take you to the software. All right, so this is your user interface. So in the Mac user, just same command, just shortcut T, type un, and you will see this type of window. Okay, conventional method is, the shortcut is un, and the conventional method is go to the format, and you see units here. Okay, so there is no need to worry if you are using Windows or Mac. You just need to locate the tool, and then you must be knowing the implementation part of the tool. First step in learning any software is the location of the tool, and second, what action it performs. Okay, so as I told you, this is the length type, this is the angle type. Okay, and then decimal, we have different values in this as well. Okay, and angle type, we have different degree, radian, grads, depending upon what are your requirements. So precision, you can also see the different values here. And finally the inches and millimeter, feet, and whatever your drawing systems were, or you whichever you're following. So I'm using millimeter, I will choose millimeter, and then press OK over here. All right, now your dimensions are set to the millimeter. For example, if I want to draw a rectangle, so just type the shortcut rec, rectangle, enter. Or the conventional method, go to the draw bar. There are two options. You can choose between this palette, or you can directly go to the draw section, and among this you can now go for the rectangle here as well. Okay, so I will telling you the shortcut, the conventional, and the easiest method. So depending upon your hands-on experience of, as you proceed further in this software. So you will find the best suitable method according to you. Okay, so I'm just clicking the rectangle. What it is asking? It is asking specify the first corner. So I will click here, and then these all dimensions are in Okay, so just give me 100 by 50, let's say. Okay, now in order to measure this dimension, linear first, second point, and zoom this. So see, as you can see, we have given the 100 dimension, so it appears to be 100. All right. So all right, so I hope you understood the units parts over here. Okay, so I've told you in the both user interface Windows as well as in the Mac user interface how you can change the unit, how you can set the unit, what are the different options available to you, because it is very important before starting your drawing. Depending upon your dimensions, you need to set the units, either it is an or inches or XYZ dimension. Okay, because at the end it get difficult to set the change the units, and when it is complex drawing, you can face a lot of challenges if you don't set in the before starting the drawing. Okay, so I hope you got the unit part. Now second is drawing limits. So limits are also important in order to specify the drawing area. So it is very simple. Firstly, you can directly type. I will go to the user interface. For example, for this drawing as well, I have to set the drawing area. Okay, so what I will do, I can just type limits, LIM, and you will get in the second option also. Okay, or you can go to the conventional methods, go to the format and go to the drawing limits. Okay, so either you both have the conventional method and as well as the shortcut. All right, so firstly, when I click the limit part, so what is asking, it is asking specify the lower left corner. Okay, so either you can directly select on the screen, or you have the option to enter some value in the command. So I will using the command, I will type 0, 0 for the left. All right, first step, specify the lower left corner. So I will typing xy value 0, 0, enter. Then as you can see, what it is asking, limit specify upper right corner. So our rectangle is 100 into 50. So I will give it value of 100, 100, let's say. Okay, then enter. Then the third step, type zoom, shortcut is Z. As I type Z, zoom automatically appear because shortcut key for the zoom is Z. Type enter. Now type extend, shortcut is E. Okay, just type E and enter. And I hope you have noticed the changes. Our rectangle has covered the entire drawing area because we have specified the limits for this particular section. Okay, so I will repeat the step for you for the drawing limits if you haven't noticed in the first place. Okay, so in order to set the limits, just let me go back to the presentation. You have to follow the 4 points. All right, so firstly, activate the limit command. Secondly, select the left corner, left lower corner, either using the XY plane, either you directly clicking on the screen. Then select the upper right corner, then Z for zoom, then E for extend, and enter. And you can see the changes. You can see your whole drawing on your entire drawing area. So I will again do this particular step. Okay, so I'm using the conventional method, limits, LIM, and then enter. Now it is asking as you can see in the command, limit specify lower left corner. So I will be entering 0, 0 and enter. Then it is saying limit specify upper right corner. So as you know, we have already set our values 100 into 50 mm rectangle. So I will be putting 100, 100 and enter. Now the next step is zoom. So I will press Z, zoom and enter. And now extend, E, enter. And you have, I hope you have noticed the changes. The rectangle has covered your entire drawing area. Okay. And then in order to come out of any command, just press escape. Okay. For example, if I use this navigation tool, okay, pan, okay, pan is used to, just scroll from one place to another place. Okay. So if I want to escape from this particular command, just type, just press escape. Okay. So I hope you have understood the limits, drawing limit section. Okay. Now the next thing is navigation tool. So in order to set our drawing and in order to move from one section to another section, navigation tools are very important and you should know the basic navigation tool. Although as you proceed further in this course and as well as in the software by yourself, you will see a lot of tools are there in order to navigate, and these are the basic essential tool. All right, so zoom, shortcut key for zoom is Z. Pan, we have also seen zoom in the last drawing limit area. Pan, I've just shown you the pan, and navigation bar is also there where you have the all these tools. Okay, so just we will just go to the user interface. All right. So this is your drawing area. So here, if you want to access the navigation tool, all right. So in the toolbar itself, I have given you, I have already listed 3 tools. One is basically zoom, another one is pan, and third one is 3D orbit. If you are using basically when we are dealing with the 3D solid object, so in order to see drawing from the different angle, we can use this drawing, or we can just I will just show you this tool as well. Okay, so firstly, just try to, we will see one by one. Okay, firstly zoom, just the shortcut key for zoom is Z. Just press Z and zoom, as you can see, it will automatically appear. Okay, either you can select from this navigation part. Okay, just click on the navigation and whichever area you want to zoom, just select, drag that area. Okay, for example, I want to zoom into this particular section and just click, and as you can see, it has zoomed the particular area which you have selected. Okay. All right. So the conventional method to find out all the navigation tool is view. Through view, you can find zoom, all right, pan, orbit, and a lot of different options. For example, viewports we have seen in the last session. For example, if you want 2 viewport, 3 viewport, so you can go for any of these view. Okay. Now the pan I have already told you. For example, 3D orbit. So just click 3D orbit and you can move. You can see the your XYZ plane are in 3D pattern. Okay. So in order to undo a command or came back to just escape, type escape to escape from that particular command, escape. So now if you want to go to the original position, so either you can use the view to just press the which view you want to go. For example, if I want to the front view, so this is the front view of the rectangle. If I want to go to the top view, so this is the top view of the rectangle. Okay, so I hope you understood the basic navigation tools. Okay, so now the next part is some shortcut key which can be useful as you proceed in the software. So in the last video, I have already told you how to open a new file, how to create a new file, how to open a new file, how to save a new file, and how to save as. So I will just demonstrate these again so that everything is clear from the demonstration purpose. All right, so firstly, for example, we already have this drawing. Now I want to open a new file. Okay, so either you can use the conventional method, go to the file and just select the new drawing. Okay, so when you select the new drawing, it is asking either you want to open an already existing file, or you want to open the project you are already working on. Okay, so just click the whatever the drawing you want to open. Just click the, for example, I'm clicking this architecture title block. Click, select, and open. Okay, now this has been opened. Okay, so this is one method. Or you can directly press Control N in case of Windows and Command N in case of Mac user. Okay, so it will do the same thing. Okay, or in the customized toolbar, as you can see in the file menu, I have already given you this new drawing and open. All right, and if second thing, Control O for the open. If you want to open an existing file, okay, go to the file and as you can see, open. So just click on the open and you can select any drawing whichever you are located in any of your folders. So shortcut is Control N for Windows and Command N for the Mac users. Okay, so that is for the new drawing and open a file. In order to save, simply I have also given in the toolbar, firstly save or save as. Okay, so till now I have not saved this drawing. So the shortcut is Control S for the Windows and Command S for the Mac user. So it will ask you where do you want to save, at which section, what is the drawing format for the drawing which you are trying to save. So in the last session as well, I have already told you the extension for the AutoCAD drawing is .dwg, very important. Okay, or you can save as if you want to create a copy, or you want to save to a particular another folder too, you can also opt for the save as option. All right, so Control Shift S, or in the case of Windows, and Command Shift S in the case of Mac user. So these are the basic steps which you must know: how to open a file, how to save a file, how to create a new drawing. All right. Okay, so I hope you got these 4 points: how to open a new file, how to create a new file, sorry, how to open our existing file, save and save as. Okay, next is properties. So we have already seen the properties in the last session as well. So shortcut key, as you can see, these are the properties. In this section, these are the various properties which you can see. Okay, or for the properties, either you can use for the Windows, you can go for this Control 1, but for the Mac, just go to the basically all right, go to the modify and you can see the properties. Okay, so that is the properties. You can if accidentally you turned off, so you can again bring it back. Okay, the next part is option window. The next part is clear screen. If you want to delete any particular drawing, so you can also just for example, if I don't want this drawing, I can directly select and delete, or you can see Control open, Control O in the case of the Windows part. Next, the usage icon, you can set we will be detailing late in this usage part, user coordinate system later in this video. And limits we have already covered, zoom we have already covered, and pan we have already covered, command line as well as we have already covered. Okay, so these are some of the important shortcut key which will be useful when you proceed in the drawing area. Okay, so these are the 2 MCQ, so that you should be able to evaluate yourself that if you are understanding this course or how you are performing in this course. Okay, what is your retention powers for this course. So these are the very basic MCQ which I have told you, I think, in this and the last session. So try to attempt this. First question is file format for the AutoCAD is ACAD, DWG, DGW, CAD. Okay. So just I will be telling you in the next session answer for these two MCQs. And the second question is shortcut key for units UT, UN, U, and US. Okay. So I hope you are finding very easy these two MCQs. Okay. After attending the session. If not, so you can rewatch the session and try to find out where you are lacking or what part you are missing. All right. So that's it for this session. Thank you.